By reason of the resurrection of Christ, we understood, okay, the same power that rose from the dead, right? That same power vitalizes mortal bodies. That vitalization that happens gives the same mortal body you're living in as person who prayed in the heavenly such power to live, not necessarily with water and blood this time, because there's a whole different life this time, right? Praise God. So what I'm trying to say is someone has come to partake when it comes to the resurrection power of God. If what really happened on the cross is real, and the person actually is living in authenticity of faith, the fact matter is that nothing that is associated when it comes to the natural life is supposed to affect the person. Why? Because there's a whole different pumping of life in the same body the person living as a spiritual person living in the heavenly, and has nothing to be affected when it comes to the realms of the blood. That is why naturally, as a spiritual person, you cannot be what? Infected with anything when it comes to the realms of the blood. Praise God. Or when it comes to anything of the natural. So when we're talking about how somebody had to be infected by whatever disease it is, when it comes to the blood, you are exempted. Why? Because by reason of the kind of manifestation you came by the resurrection of Christ, the life that is pumped inside of the same body you're living in is independent of what? Blood, and it's independent of what? Of water. Praise God. So obviously, you'd have no brain when it comes to life, the same one that Jesus resurrected with, the same body that he died on the cross with, that after he resurrected, he was still seen in that same body. Just that at this time, or in this time, he was able to do certain things in that same body that he was not able to do at first with the same body. What happened was that, you see, before the death on the cross, there was a functional power that was existing in that body was living in. That means that he came into play when it comes to a man being an earthling, because Jesus had to come to fulfill that part of his life first before he come now operate fully as a man that is the second order of Adam. Praise God. After that he resurrected, there was no functional power when it comes to the natural body that man lives in dependence of what? On the blood and on water. It is just a functional power when it comes to the spirit, because when you study the Bible, like the one we read the last time, there's only one thing that stands, and that is what? The spirit. Always trying to tell us when it comes to a person, before we've been talking concerning, man and all, has always been about the Spirit of God. Praise God.